again. All right, following the same theme. All right, so just make some shoulder circles, 10 shoulder circles one way for me. And then 10 shoulder circles the other way. Okay. That's it, good. Okay. And then from there, I'd like you then to do your diagonal flies, just 10 one way, 10 the other. Okay. And then once we've done those, you can do 10 T-shapes. Again, we're just mobilizing the joints, getting everything fired up, telling the body that we're going to start doing some activity. All right. Okay. Once we've done 10 that way, I then want you to do 10 shoulder rolls, so 10 reverse. Okay. And then 10 forwards. Okay. Good. And then once we've done them, then we'll move into the leg element. So 10 hip circles, okay. And then 10 reverse. And just make sure we're getting both ways. Okay. And then once we've done that, then what I'd like you to do is 10 leg swings, okay, 10 kicking forward and back, just squeezing that bum as you kick backwards, okay, and then 10 in the reverse, that way, just kicking back, squeezing that bum. Okay, and then 10 out to the side. Okay, and then 10 out to the other side. Okay, good. And then once we've done those, I'd then like you just to take your feet apart, roughly about shoulder width. And then I'd like you just to then just push your bum to one side, just stretching the inside of the thigh, one side, then move your bum to the other side, do exactly the same. Okay. And then out to the other side. And just rocking back and forth. Just getting that stretch. Okay. Okay, and then from there, then what I want you to do, just bend to 45 degrees, okay? And then just do your side steps, so your crab walks. Okay. About 10 or so on each side. We're just getting everything, like I say, warmed up, raring to go. Brilliant. Good, okay, so that done, we'll get you started with the first phase of the workout. Okay, so the first 3 exercises. All of today's is really based off the floor, so there's not really anything standing, but it's all about like slow controlled movement opposed to fast movement, all right? So just so you all know, want to focus on the squeezes in the muscles where possible, and focusing on the the muscles that are working, like really sort of dialing that side in. So it's not a fast control, so this is more like the structure of the semi-privates would be, all right? So the very first exercise, okay, is going to be off the floor, okay? We're going to do a glute bridge, and we're going to do a very controlled slow glute bridge. Now, if you wish to put a bit of weight across your hips, you can do, whether that's a dumbbell, a rucksack, or anything that you can sit comfortably, then you're more than welcome to add a little bit of weight. Okay, if you wish to put the bands around your knees, if you've got a mini band, then put them around the knees, just keep them just above the knee joint. Okay, don't put them midway here, they won't do anything for you, but put them up here. Okay, so that's an option too. So what I'll do is I'll just run you through the exercises. Okay, so with the glute bridges, you're gonna lay on the floor. Okay, making like a triangle shape here. Okay, if you've got your mini bands, they'll sit around this bit here. So the elastic mini bands, you know, you may or may not have them. From there, what I want you to do is just either keep your hands on your chest or just down by your sides, just so you're in position, you're not going to move anywhere. I want you then just to push your bum up in the air. Okay, focus on the squeeze at the top. We're not worried about how high we get the hips, we're more focused on feeling the squeeze in the bum cheeks. Okay. Depends on how good a mind to muscle connection you're going to get with this as well. All right, you're going to hold for 2 seconds and then you're going to go down for 3. Okay, you're going to go up, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, when you're doing this, you're going to feel it in the bum when you're squeezing. You might also get some in your back of your hamstrings on the way down. Okay, so that is exercise number 1. Okay, exercise number 2, okay, is going to be a clam. So you'll lay on your side, okay, just rest your hand on your head on your hand, okay, knees together. Again, if you've got the mini bands, this can be useful. The main focus point is the hip always stays like facing the ceiling, not facing backwards, but facing the ceiling, okay. I see this done wrong quite a lot. So from there, you're going to then raise the knee up, okay? Just gently opening the legs up. What you'll find is you'll feel it round here on the back side of the bum. So if you look at where my foot position is, okay? See if you can see that. Look, I feel like a seal going along the floor here like this. Right, so where my foot position is there, okay, my feet stay together. We have a slight bend in the knees, okay, and then we're just raising up from there like this, okay. What it shouldn't be is this. That is not a clam, okay. From there, point to ceiling, there. Okay, you'll feel it all the way around here. You'll know when you're doing it right, because you'll only have a limited range of movement, all right. So that's number 2, okay. You'll do each side on those, okay, just so you know. I'll talk to you about rep ranges in a minute. Okay, number 3, you're on your back again, okay. Now this time, we're going to go into the same position as we did with the glute bridges, okay, with the triangulation in the legs, okay, laying on your back, arms out by sides. Now, on this occasion, we're going to now make the glute bridge hamstring dominant. So we're going to make it all the back of the legs. And I know how much everyone likes training hamstrings because it's a weak part for most people. All right. So what you're going to do, you're going to go on your heels like this. Okay. So you're wedging onto your heels instead of the flats of your feet. From that position there, okay, we're going to then push our bum up in the air. Okay. And back down. So it's up. 1 second pause at the top, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're still controlling it on the way down, 1 second at the top, okay, and controlling it on the way down, but this time you're pushing off your heels, okay, not the flats of your feet. It'll make the glute bridge very different. Okay, let's talk rep ranges. So rep ranges, we want about 10 to 12 on each one, okay. And we're going to probably get 3 to 4 sets in. Depends on, we'll see it time-wise. We're going to probably aim for 3 to 4 sets of it. I just really wanted to focus on connecting with the hamstrings, the glutes, and the and just feeling it in the places where you should be over everything else. All right. And with the mini bands, when you're doing the glute bridges with off the heels of your feet for the hamstrings, then you can leave the mini bands around your knees still. There's no harm in the mini bands staying on if you've got mini bands, okay? All right. Everyone got that? We're good? Yeah, fantastic. Good, okay. Right, let's get in position then, guys, and I'll count it down. I'm gonna do 10 of each, okay? We're gonna aim for 10 to 12 of each. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Now, glute bridge, pushing up, squeeze 1, 2, and then down for 3, okay? Up, squeeze for 2 at the top, and then down for 3, okay? And if you've got mini bands on, you want to make sure you're keeping tension on, okay? So you're just making sure you've got that little bit of pressure on the band, just so it keeps everything in position, okay? So what that does is stops the knees folding in, and it helps with the firing of the glutes, all right? Good, excellent work. Okay, 10 to 12 reps. Try and go to the top of the range for the first round if you can, all right? Focusing on those squeezes. As soon as we hit that bottom, push your bum straight back up in the air, okay? Right, clams are next. Slight bit more of a bend in your knees, Lewis. Tiny bit more of a bend in your knees, mate. And just tilt your toes forwards. That's it. Okay, good. Okay, so just make sure, guys, your toes are pointing forwards and not at a funny angle, okay? We're not trying to make funny shapes with our bodies, okay? And there should be enough of a bend in the knees, like a triangulation, a bit like when you lay on the floor to do your glute bridges, all right? So we're not aiming to tilt the hips backwards, we're aiming just to keep those hips pointing towards the ceiling, all right? And you're focusing on that controlled movement, just getting that knee as high as you can, okay, within reason. We just don't want the hips tilting backwards, okay? 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down, so just nice and controlled movement, okay? Nice and controlled movement, all right? You should feel it all around the glute, around the back of the bum cheek, okay? You might even feel a bit of a pull around the groin area as well, okay? But just focus on not rocking the hips backwards, but just focusing on keeping those hips pointing to the ceiling, and you're just opening that knee up. You'll only get maybe 3-4 inches, okay? The body, anatomics won't allow much more than that, okay? Then you've got your glute bridges off your heels next, okay? And again, 3 seconds on the way down, okay? You're driving off the heels just like you would with a glute bridge, and then control down. 1 second pause at the top. All right. What you'll probably find is when you're doing these glute bridges off your heels, you might get a little bit more height in the hips, okay? So just make sure those toes stay pointing to the ceiling, guys. Really want you to focus on pointing toes to the ceilings with these. Emphasize that. All right, so when you're going off your heels, make sure your toes are pointing to the ceilings. So if your feet aren't foaming enough forward, you ain't going to be able to get that raise up, okay? You should be getting it all the way down the back of the hamstrings, all right? It might feel like they're going to cramp up as well. All right, just focus on that control on the way down. And then once we've done that, then we go back to the very beginning again, okay? And then we're back to normal glute bridges, okay? If you need 10 seconds between the exercises, the 2 glute bridges, that's cool, okay? No problem at all. All right. Again, focusing on squeezing the bum at the top. Okay, 2 second pause. That's it, guys. Good. Nice, good control of movement, good. Good, well done. That's it. Focus on those squeezes. Okay, that's it. Good. Make sure when we're doing them clams, the feet stay together throughout the whole of the movement. Okay, the toes should stay linked to each other. All right. That's it. Good. And when we're doing those hamstring ones, pushing up in the air. Good. That's it. Good. Okay. That's it. Good. Okay, so we should be getting it all the way down the back of the hamstrings with the ones off the heels. If you're doing the glute bridges off your feet, then you should be feeling it mostly in your bum. Okay, you should know where everything is. All right. This is all glute and hamstrings. It might feel like you're going to cramp. All right, that's pretty normal. We're just getting that focus and getting everything moving. Okay, when we finish the round that you're working your way through, if you're back at the start on that first round, okay, on the first exercise, a normal glute bridge, once you've done that whole round of all the exercises, then you can just rest there. Okay, and then I'll run you through the second part. Okay, so get your glute bridges done, clams. Okay, just keep those feet and toes together. We don't want to be opening up and making a V shape with our feet, because I see a lot of people doing that to get extra range. Okay, just focus on that shallow range of movement. Hips point to the ceiling. Good work, guys, good work. Okay. Once we've done all of them, then you can get some water if you need it. Okay. And I'll run you through the second section. So this is the upper body element. All right. Okay. So, second element, okay, is 3 exercises again. All right. What you're going to do, if you've got a dumbbell or weight or kettlebell, we're going to do a single arm shoulder press. Okay. So from there, you're going to get your bum squeezed. Okay. So what I want you to do is make sure we are firing the hamstrings and the glutes by keeping the bum squeezed because you're kneeling. Okay. This should be solid. So this fires the tummy muscles up. From that position there, you're then going to press the dumbbell above head and then control it on the way down. So there, there. If you want to keep the other arm out to help balance, that's fine. Okay. So from there to there. Okay. Controlling down. So 2 up, 2 down. All right. You'll do both sides. Okay. Then from there, you're going to go into the kneeling bicep curl. Okay. So again, keeping bum squeezed. Okay. Everything tensed. From there, you're going to curl up and then curl down and then lower down. Okay. So squeezing the back of the arm at the bottom, curling up and then down. If you want to, you can try and get a squeeze at the top as well. All right. But don't overcomplicate it because you might forget what you're doing. All right. But the main thing should be a focus on squeezing at the bottom. Okay. So that's the second one. All right. And then the third one, you're going to lay on your back, okay? I'll go from that side so you can see. Okay, so from there, what I want you to then do is this hand can sit on the chest if it wants, just to while you're doing the movement. But we're going to have a slight bend in the elbows, okay? And then from that position there, you're going to lower to the floor and then come back up, okay? So lowering down with a slight bend in the elbow and then coming back up. Okay, so we're basically doing a chest fly, a single arm chest fly, okay? There. So this is why I say you don't need to be crazy heavy for them. If you need to get a lighter weight or something you can do it with that's a little bit lighter, doesn't have to be a dumbbell, okay? It could be, I don't know, it could be an ornament off the side, okay? Just so you've got a bit of weight load there. And then you're getting that movement and coming back up, okay? We want to then focus on squeezing the chest. So it's 2 down and then 2 up and squeeze the chest, okay? You'll do that on both sides, all right? So we're just going to do, again, 10 to 12 reps on each side, all right? We're only going to do 3 sets of these, okay? So 10 to 12 on each side. Like I say, just find with a dumbbell, with the flies, you only want to keep it light. We don't want the dumbbell like this, okay? You shouldn't be like doing this movement, okay, with a dumbbell, okay? It should be there. So it should only be a shallow bend in the elbow for the flies, all right? Okay, so we're going to start then, guys, all right? So we're starting with your single arm shoulder presses, 10 each side, 2 up, 2 down, okay? Make sure you're kneeling, okay, squeezing that bum throughout, all right? Are we ready? Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Kneeling shoulder presses, sit dumbbell facing forwards. Okay, just taking that elbow down by your side and then drive up. Okay, down, drive up. Okay, 10 on each side. Just try and keep that bum squeezed throughout the whole of the move so the hips are pushed forwards, all right? It'll help stabilise you and it'll help fire up all them tummy muscles as well. And like I say, 10 to 12 reps on each side, nice controlled movement. All right, palms facing forwards. Okay, and then once we've done the 10 to 12 of those, then I'd like you then to do 10 to 12 of the kneeling bicep curls, okay? And focus on squeezing the back of the arm at the bottom. If you can't get that squeeze, it's probably because you're not lowering and opening up the elbow like all the way down, okay? Again, I see a lot of people do this, especially guys that stop there, right? Again, it's a different protocol for a different day. We want you all the way down, squeeze the back of that arm, so we're firing the tricep, and then up, squeeze the back of that arm, curl up, okay? So make sure we're fully lowering, getting a full range of motion. Okay, heads up, so we're looking forwards, guys, okay? Try not to drop your head because you'll get strain in the traps if you're not careful and around the neck, all right? Again, just keep those shoulder blades pulled back. 10 to 12 reps again. There's no hard and fast rule whether you do 10 or do 12. The body doesn't understand it. Okay, it just knows when you tell it to do something. But then once you've done that, you've got your single arm flies. Okay, just focus on the control of the movement. Just a very shallow bend in the elbow. And you're taking the arm down towards the floor, okay? So we want to be a shallow bend in the elbow, like this, okay? Just a shallow bend, not locked out, because that will put too much strain on, all right? Okay, right, more of a bend, Lewis, if you can. Less of a bend, that's it. Down more. This is why I say you want to go relatively light. The dumbbells might be too heavy for you. Right, just get something light. If you've got something in your room that's light to do, I want you to focus on the movement and the control. All right, could be a bottle of water, like literally it could be a bottle of water. Okay, just something very, very light, and I just want you to focus on that movement where you've just literally got a shallow bend in the elbow, so it's literally a tiny bend in the elbow, and then you're just pulling it across from there to there, okay, there to there, okay. So the most of the movement, all literally, is coming from the shoulder joint, all right. So it's what we call like a chest fly, all right. You're just laying down and doing it. So just make sure if elbows are slightly bent, okay, so slight bend in the elbow from that position there, coming back to there. So it's there to there, okay, there to there. Okay, shallow bend in the elbows, guys. Okay, that's it. That's better, Chris. That's better, mate. And focus on the squeeze when you bring the arm back up. So it's a bit like you're waving to someone, you know, like when you see the policemen in the roads, they're trying to wave you through. Right, they're moving their arms, go, come on, let's go. All right, it's a very similar movement to that, but you're just keeping a shallow bend in the elbow, all right? Okay, all right, once you've done them, you're back to the beginning, you're into your shoulder presses again, single arm, okay? Just make sure those bums stay squeezed, okay? And the body's staying relatively stable. We don't want to be pushing ourselves all over and all crook, all right? That's it. That's better, Chris. Nice and controlled, mate. Good. Nice work, guys. Good. Keep going. Okay, really focus on keeping those butts squeezed while you're pushing up above head. All right, really important. Okay, with the biceps curls, just make sure you're squeezing the back of them arms, lowering down, nice and controlled. Good. If you want to make it that bit harder, keep your pinky to the inside of the dumbbell, okay? Just nice and controlled up and down. Excellent work, guys, good. And then once you've done your dumbbell bicep curls, you're then into your chest flies. So like the wavy movement like this, okay? Just keep everything at like a 90-degree angle. So there to there, just keep a slight bend in the elbows, all right, to keep the control. And because we don't want to put too much pressure in the elbow if you've got much weight on in the hands, because that's when you dislocate things, all right? So focus on that movement, nice controlled, all from the shoulder joint, okay? Pulling across, okay? Just squeezing the chest as you get that hand just above the chest or just in line with the chest. Really focus on squeezing the chest muscles. We've all got them, okay? Good, focus on that control, good. Okay. So the hand should be coming over the chest area, all right? So it's in front of the body. It's what we call a chest fly, right? Usually you see it done a lot with cables. Normally we use 2 dumbbells like on a bench 9 times out of 10. Which helps counterbalance, but when you've got this situation where you've got only limited kit, then this can help challenge you a little bit too. More from a core stability point of view. Okay, back to the beginning with your shoulder presses, guys. Okay, once we've done this round, okay, you're going to then finish off with a little bit of ab work, okay? And I'll run you through those shortly. Okay, good work, nice, good. Just focus on that control up and down. Keep bum squeeze throughout, okay? Good. And then curling up and down with the dumbbells for the bicep curls, okay? Elbows tucked in by sides. Nice and controlled, pinky to the inside of the dumbbell if you can. Just makes it a bit harder on the bicep head. Squeezing the back of them arms, okay, at the bottom. So you're fully lengthening. Okay, heads up, looking forwards. Okay, keeping that bum squeezed. I know it's very easy to forget to keep the bum squeezed. All right. And then make sure you do both sides. Okay. And then you've got your chest flies next, single arms. All right. Final one of these then, guys, and then we'll move on to the ab work that we've got. Good. Focus on the control, okay. So adducting the hand out, good. Control down to the side and then pulling back up to the center. Keeping that slight bend in the elbow throughout the whole move. All right. Once the elbow is locked in the position it needs to be, then you just keep it there, or the movement comes purely from the shoulder joint. All right. Brilliant work. Good. Okay, so next up is your ab work. Okay, so we've got three exercises. You're literally going to do 3 rounds, 30 seconds on each one, and then we're all done. Okay, so all right. So we're going to keep it nice and simple. You're going to lay back, okay? From there, you're going to then sit up slightly, getting the shoulders off the floor, 2 to 3 inches. And then what I want you to do is you're going to then reach towards the toes, so your ankle touches, okay? So we're keeping the tension in the stomach. We're moving left and right, okay? You don't have to physically touch the ankles. You're just looking to get that rock side to side motion, okay? But just focus on that squeeze in the tummy and try and keep that tension there, okay, throughout the whole of the movement, okay? So that will be exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 will be a crunch, okay? From there, fingers on temples or on your ears. Try not to put them on the back of the head, so on the ears or on the head, or across your chest, okay? From there, you're gonna come up, squeeze as hard as you can at the top, then back down. Up, squeeze, and then back down. Okay? Just try and keep the tummy muscles squeezed before you even start crunching though. So there, tighten up, and then up, squeeze, and then back down. Okay. So that's number 2. Exercise number 3 is going to be a plank, just straight off the elbows. Okay? So elbows directly below shoulder, bum squeezed as hard as you can, okay, and keep locked into that position, okay. If you need to drop off onto your knees, okay, just drop onto your knees, okay, that's cool, okay, and just hold there, all right. Want to keep everything in a nice line, all right. You've got 30 seconds of each one, and then once we've done 3 rounds, we are all done, all right, guys. Okay, I'll pop the timer on. Okay, are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, ankle touches. Okay, let's go side to side, keep tension in tummy. Okay, if anyone starts feeling it in the neck, make sure you just put your chin on your chest. Okay, it just means that the engagement isn't quite there properly. Okay, good, well done. Into your crunches then, guys, straight into your crunch. Okay, don't wait for me to tell you to go, just go. Try not to hold hands on back of heads, guys, because it pulls and strains your neck, all right? Either hands across chest, fingers on ears, fingers on temples, doesn't matter which, okay? Hands on chest limits the amount of weight load. When you have hands on your temple, fingers on temples or on ears, it actually adds more weight loads, that makes it harder, all right? That's why I tend to try and keep them on my chest, okay? Make sure we're just getting those shoulders off the floor and we're not just nodding our heads, okay? Good, okay. Plank position, guys, into place. Okay, off elbows, ready, and go. Okay, bum squeezed. Squeeze that bum as hard as you can. All right, that's going to really fire up them tummy muscles. A big game player when it comes to working the abs is making sure the bum muscles are squeezed. That's why when we do chin-ups, we get you to engage your bum muscles. Okay, can be one of the best things that you can do. All right. Okay, guys, well done. Back onto your backs, ankle touches. Let's go. Good work so far. That's it. Keep your chin up. Make sure their shoulders are off the floor, guys. Okay. Chin on chest if you need to, if you start feeling it in the neck. going, keep going, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, well done. Okay, crunches, go straight in. Just start straight away. That's it. Good, keep chin on chest if you need to again. All right, just focusing on that squeezing sensation at the top. So we don't need to necessarily be too fast. It's more about the focusing on the control and the squeeze at the top, okay? Even if it's just one by one, focusing on that squeeze, like I say, quality over quantity, nearly there. Okay, plank hold, guys, plank hold, let's go. Straight in. Elbows directly below shoulders, squeezing that bum, okay? Focus on squeezing that bum. If you need to take your feet apart to stabilize yourself, that will make it easier, okay? If you want to keep your feet together, I always just do my feet together, but you can more than welcome to keep your feet apart on them. That does actually make it easier. Just try and make sure that the bum stays squeezed throughout the whole of the move. Okay, good, well done. Down into ankle touches, guys, down into ankle touches, final round. Okay, let's go. Straight in, that's it. Just focus on that squeeze, all right? Keeping tension in the stomach throughout the whole of the movement. Okay, really focusing on those ab muscles. Think about them working. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Good, well done. Right, crunches, go straight in. We're nearly there, nearly there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Plank position, guys. Final one. You done good so far? Good. Well done. Okay, let's plank. Get those elbows below the shoulders because you're in your strongest position there. If you need to take your feet apart, okay, to help with the balance, that's cool. All right, just focus on squeezing them bums, okay, and relax your shoulders. We don't want to be rounding the shoulders, okay, because that's disengaging the tummy muscles. Okay, just relax your shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Well done, guys. Slightly different style of workout, more focused on movements, okay, and squeezing the muscles. If you need to, just grab yourself some water. Okay, if you need to. If not, no problem. We'll get stretched out. All right, you'll all know where your bum muscles are tomorrow in the backs of the legs. All right. Okay, so let's bring one arm across to start with then. Again, stretching the shoulders because the shoulders have been activated in a couple of the exercises. Okay, and release off. And then do the opposite side, exactly the same. We always want to hold for 10 to 15 seconds, okay? Okay, and then what I'd like you to do is then just put a hand on a flat surface, a wall, just so it's solid, okay? And it's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to hate yourself. Point your fingers towards the ceilings to start with, okay? Hand at shoulder level, elbow locked out. Just turn and look your head away. Okay, and then release off. And then I want you then to do the opposite side. Okay, hand flat on wall, shoulder level, elbow locked out, then just turn and look away. Okay, release off. Okay, next up, I want you then to put your hand upside down on the wall. All right, so we're going to do the bicep this time. Okay, so you're just rotating the hand so that the fingers just point to the floor. Okay, get that palm as flat to the wall as you can again, fully lengthening that arm, and then just turn and look away if you want to create that extra bit of a stretch. Okay. And then release off, and then do the opposite side. Again, you only want to hold about 10 to 15 seconds. You might find one side that's worse than the other. Okay, it probably just means you're a bit tighter on that side, so just stretch that again. There's no harm in stretching it again later down the line, all right? These stretches you can do at any time of the day. Okay, next up then, guys, we're going to do hamstrings, okay? So 1 foot forward, stretch the back of the legs. Okay, and then we're just going to raise the toes up off the floor on the front foot. And then release off. And now I want you to do the same thing on the other side, front foot forwards. Okay, foot flat to the floor to start with. Raising toes up. And then release off. Okay, now one final one for the quads. All right, you're going to just grab your tops of your shoes, tops of your foot. Okay, you're going to pull your heel towards your bum, keep your bum squeezed. Okay, and just keeping the body as upright as possible. Again, holding 10 to 15 seconds and releasing off. And do exactly the same on the opposite side. Good. Brilliant work. Well done, guys. Good work today.